Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Geno's Bad Games as we continue our playthrough through Game of Thrones RPG. Continuing with Chapter 8, going back to the story of Alistair after getting left with a cliffhanger of the story of Moors. This one is now 1 month earlier, as opposed to 3. You and Valar have been sent forth to hunt down and eliminate enemies of the crown for the queen and for her honor. Quote-unquote honor. This seemingly glorious mission has left you with a bitter feeling of uncertainty. In order to force your true enemy out of his lair, you murdered an innocent young man, a deed that will cause you many a long sleepless night. Then when you discovered that this enemy was one of the king's own men, you had the chilling realization that you were but a minor piece in a much deadlier game than you had imagined. With this dark mission completed, you picked up the scent of another protege of the Mother Hen, who Jon Arryn must have sent up to the north for protection. The Queen, delighted by this news, has sent you in pursuit of her. The contest between you and Valar is far from over, however. While each of you seeks to gain ascendancy over the other, Cersei has taken advantage of this rivalry to lure you into battling for her favor. As you are leaving, a nobleman, Lord Harlton, approaches you. It seems he has some news about your brother Gawain, and he's invited you to his residence to discuss matters away from prying ears.
Lord Harlton of Castlewood. He was claiming to have information about Gawain. If my memory serves, he made mention of a residence north of town. Might as well go and see if it's true.
What do we got here?
This is the residence of Lord Harlton. He must be much more important than I thought if he can afford a manse in this part of King's Landing.
You're inside Harlton's residence, and I'm captain of his guard, Sir Ethan.
I am Alistair Sarwick. Lord Harlton is expecting me.
Ah, so you're the heretic he's been talking of. Let me warn you, your worthless religion has no place here.
I'm here to see your lord. I don't have time for theological debate with his underlings.
Thought I was gonna have to deal with something there.
Ah, there you are, Alistair. I was anxious to speak with you. Did you meet any trouble on your way here?
Ah, well, other than the warm welcome I received from an amateur theologian in your employ, I have no complaints.
You must be speaking of Sir Ethan. He's the captain of my watch. Please forgive him. He is bound to the Seven. While I was waiting for you, I made the mistake of telling him that you belong to the clergy of R'hllor. But enough small talk. We have some important matters to deal with.
For a stranger, he seems oddly familiar. Why speak to me here?
You spoke my name earlier. Have we met before?
Oh yes, many a time. But the last time we spoke was an age ago. Before the rebellion, I visited your father many a time. You were young back then, and more interested in the art of combat than conversation. More recently, we briefly crossed each other's paths during your father's funeral at River Spring. But it was not the time for discussions. I wish to tell you that your sudden and unexpected bereavement troubled me deeply. Reynald was a great man and a trusted friend. With him gone, I'm now worried about your sister. I discovered that she was set on marrying your bastard brother, Valar. This man carries a grim reputation since the war, and it has only gotten worse since he became a servant of the Queen.
Valar is quite keen on marrying my sister indeed, but it won't happen if I manage to get back my titles. But that is a matter for another time. You spoke of some news of Gawain. Tell me what has become of him.
Yes, your brother. Knowing that you were in King's Landing, I thought I'd find you and share my fears with you.
What fears? If you're talking about Gawain being accused of patricide, I already know about it.
Yes, but I came to King's Landing to ask him if there was any truth to this tale. Unfortunately, I have been unable to do so, and now I fear that he is fleeing from some trouble. Or worse yet, that trouble has already caught up to him. My initial findings were quite worrisome, to say the least.
Let's see. His initial findings?
What sort of findings do you speak of? What did you discover?
Well, I managed to track down Gawain to King's Landing, hoping I'd be able to confront him before he vanished again. According to my sources, a friend of his had helped him find refuge in a cellar, only accessible through the sewers. Unfortunately, something terrible occurred before I could get there. Rumors of murders started circulating. I fear that your brother has met a tragic end.
By the flame, I need to know what became of him.
I understand. As a friend of your father's, I wish to offer you my help. Let me introduce you to Sir Desmond. He is my sworn sword and the very best swordsman in the Riverlands. He has helped me gather up what little information we have. As a former gold cloak, he still keeps a few friends in the City Watch, and has tried to question them about these murders.
According to them, there was no investigation, and it seems that very few people in the City Watch have any inkling of what happened. Those who appeared to know something had clearly been ordered to keep their mouth shut. It certainly seemed as if someone was trying to keep this quiet.
It looks like I need to go to the crime scene myself.
My friends in the City Watch showed me how to get to the cellar that your brother was supposedly hiding in. Given its location, we should be able to take a look around quietly. We'll just have to deal with the bolt that the gold cloaks put there to prevent access.
Then we should leave immediately. There's no time to lose. Lord Halton, will you let Sir Desmond accompany me? I believe I could do with another sword at my side.
Of course. The sewers are one of the most dangerous places in King's Landing, and I would feel better knowing that he's with you.
Thank you.
If you're interested, my lord, I know an entrance to the sewers not far from here.
Perfect. Let's go.
Okay, we're back to investigating investigating my brother's disappearance. Here, let me do these dead ends.
Here we are. Normally we would go straight on, but the gate is shut. We will have to make a detour through the arena.
The arena?
You'll see. We're going to take the left path, and stay on your guard. These sewers are crawling with thieves. City laws have no reach down here.
Okay, now that you're in the tunnels, quietly make your way where Harlan was supposed to meet Gawain and search clues. Okay. Okay, that's locked. That's the entrance. Gotta go this way, I guess.
How long have you been with the City Watch, sir?
I worked there for more than 10 years, before the arrival of the new commander. And for 5 years now, I've been Lord Halton's sworn sword.
Okay. Pretty straightforward so far.
What is the password?
Oak and iron guard me well.
Right. Come in.
You seem to know this place well.
Indeed. This place is often used for illegal fighting. The spectacle and the lure of gold attracts a lot of gamblers, and good fighters. Lord Halton sometimes sends me here to recruit swordsmen for his personal guard.
Poor things.
There you go. It's here.
Wait. This lock's been forced open.
7 hells. Someone got here ahead of us, and they might still be inside.
Either way, we still need to figure out what transpired here. Come on.
What the hell are you doing? Come on, Stainer. Get a move on. No use hanging around here. Can't you see there's no sign of Horace here? We better go look somewhere else before we bump into the City Watch.
Don't you think it's strange, Porky? The boss has never gone missing on a job like this before.
They're from the Reaper clan. Their den is in these sewers.
They'll tell me what I need to know.
What are you doing here?
Nice
Hey,
camera
where the hell
work.
did he come from?
You're in Reaper territory. Get your ass out of here if you know what's good for you.
I wouldn't hold my breath waiting if I were you. Spill everything you know right now.
Have mercy, my lord. It was Stainer's idea to come here. I was just following him, I swear.
Mention someone by the name of Oris.
This Oris, is he connected in any way to the murders of this house?
I don't know, my lord. Horace is our boss. We just thought he'd be around here somewhere.
So, you've been sniffing around. What did you find?
Nothing, my lord. The gold cloaks took every last thing, even the bodies. They didn't leave anything.
Liar! Tell us what you found here.
We just found a small locket lying on the ground, that's all. I swear on my mother's life.
Give it to me. Now.
Tell me, Alistair, is that not your family's emblem engraved on this jewel?
Yes, I know this locket very well. Gawain has worn it since he was a child, which definitely means he was here. Porky, correct? Tell me what happened here immediately.
It's nothing to do with me, my lord, I swear. It's my master who knows.
Where is your master?
That's what I'd like to know. He's gone. He had something to do here, but I haven't heard from him since. Axe sent small groups in all directions to find him. He can tell you himself. He's in our den.
Where is this den?
We have our own emblem. We painted it on the walls leading to our den so that everyone knows it's our territory.
Let's go then.
Are you sure, my lord? We're taking a huge risk.
That may be, but I have to know for certain if Gawain is dead or alive.
What about him? What should we do with him?
His death will serve no purpose.
Nothing. I'm looking for my brother's murderer. This one doesn't interest me. Out of my sight, vermin. I'll let you live this time. But know that if you should ever cross my path again, you will rue that day.
Oh, thank you, my lord.
Now, let us head to their den.
Got the Reaper Master Key. What do we got here? Two-handed axe. I might be able to sell it. This isn't giving me any indication where I should be going. They don't have anything. Gained a level, so let's take a look. Might be able to add some stuff here. Got some more points. Let's see. Let's see, I got some more. I swore I used these already. Add some more skill to my swords here, since that's all I really seem to use. Let's see, I swore I used those points. Let's see if they actually took the... Yeah, now they took. It was weird that I had to keep redoing those for him. Let's see. There's their marker. Secret passage. There we go. Oh, I can go up. Some more items to pick up. Wait, who's this guy? Just standing there, okay? King's Landing. Is that where I'm not wanting to go to King's Landing yet? Key to the sewer drain. Is this, am I back at the beginning?
Here's the infamous hideout.
Get your weapon ready. You again?
Well, well. If it isn't my old mugger friends. What a small world we live in.
Porky came running up, saying that some kind of superhumans attacked him. He was talking about you, wasn't he? That fool was so scared of seeing you again that he bolted before I could even reason with him. But I'm not afraid of you. You got off lucky last time. If it weren't for the gold cloaks, I would have split your skull open for sure. This time, though, there will be nobody to save you. You're going to regret messing with the Reapers.
What, no talking? Oh, I went down. I don't think this guy's gonna last too long, though. Thankfully, I had help.
Enough. You win. I have to admit you're a good fighter. What do you want?
Did you see Gawain?
My brother was in a cellar that the Reapers attacked recently. I found his locket there.
Your brother? That guy who had a bounty on his head?
Yes, I need to find him. And seeing as you're part of this gang, you're going to tell me everything you know.
Sure. But I doubt you'll learn much from me. Oris, our boss. He's the one who took care of it. I wasn't with him that night. I'm not the stealthy type.
Where is this Oris?
Well, that's the thing. We didn't hear from him until about an hour ago. Since he went to collect the payment, in fact. I just learned that he was arrested by the gold cloaks.
Whose payment?
No clue. Oris usually keeps that kind of information to himself. The Gold Cloaks took him to their blasted tower over there. I have a feeling we won't be seeing him again.
The city watchtower, you say?
There. I've answered your questions. If you're going to kill me, then kill me and be done with it.
I've got no reason to kill him.
My quarrel is not with you, so I will let you go. But believe me, when I tell you that you do not want to cross paths with me ever again.
I'll remember that. Thank you.
What with this empty cellar and Oris imprisoned in the city watchtower, I can see no end to the challenges R'hllor has set against me.
Listen, I have good reason to believe that the famous city watchtower will be the answer to your problems. Your brother stands accused of patricide. If he still lives, he'll be in the dungeons. If he's been executed, they most likely will have stored his corpse in the basement while they confirm his identity.
You are correct. There's no other option. I must get inside that tower.
I should warn you, it won't be easy getting in. No civilians are allowed entry. The only way will be for you to pass for a gold cloak.
It seems risky, but it could work. What would it take to pass for one of them?
You will need a full uniform. Breastplate, helm, boots, gloves, and a cloak, of course. I believe we'll be able to find everything we need in town. If you find yourself unable to secure any of the items, some craftsmen could probably provide you with the equipment you require. But be warned, this service will not come cheap.
Let's give it a try.
Okay. I need to remember how to switch. There we go. Okay, we gotta go to the City Watch.
The town's merchants should be able to help us. There's also a chance we'll come across men from the City Watch patrolling the streets. It can't be that hard to find opportunities to acquire what we'd need. I know that some city watchmen like to take a little nap when they're on their rounds. And it just so happens that this place is quiet and remote, which makes it an ideal spot, I'd say.
Well, well. Looks like someone's taking quite a little nap where he can't be seen.
We could try to steal his gloves and boots while he's asleep.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
It's risky, but worth a try. Let's do it really carefully.
Eh? What?
Ice and darkness.
Hey, you! How dare you steal from a gold cloak? Give that back! No one steals from Garth. You'll pay for that, wretch!
Well, I guess we're fighting. Ooh. Can we just take the rest of his uniform now?
There you go. The gloves and boots are good.
Why can't I just take the rest of his uniform?
It's as I feared. You will not pass through this gate without a full uniform. Let us get what you need.
Okay, so I can't go up those steps till I get what I need.
Find this side of the narrow sea.
Hello, my lord. How can I help you?
He should be able to help me get the cloak.
I'd like to buy a cloak. A gold cloak, to be precise.
Unfortunately, the City Watch have their cloaks made elsewhere.
I could use guile to persuade them.
Precisely. I'll be able to show them the quality of your work. Prove to them that you're at the top of your game.
Yes, you have a point. That might work. We can give it a go. But I will need to be compensated for the materials. It's, 25 stags?
Has to be another way.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Or do I have 25 stags? I don't even know what I have.
Ah, my lord, you've come back for the cloak, eh? I've got a good nose for that. If you had 25 stags, it would be my
I don't know if I have enough or not.
After replacement for you.
Well, then the deal is done.
Thank you. Wait here. It won't be long.
Okay.
Take care, my lord. See you soon, I hope.
Good, we have the cloak.
Okay. Not sure what else I need. What do I need? Okay, what else do I need to get here? Okay, I got the cape.
Here, my friend. Look, I've just got this in from Dawn.
Can I just take it from this guy, please? Can I just take it? Whatever I need?
be shy. No harm will come of looking.
It's as I feared. You will not pass through this gate without a full uniform. Let us get what you need.
Okay, still need stuff. Be nice if they'd, you know, give you a hand at finding what you needed.
Come, come, I've got just what you're looking for. Meat and honey, traditional and delicious.
Good day, my lord. What can I do for you?
Need a breastplate and a
Good
helm.
day to you. I'd like to inquire about having some armor forged.
Probably won't be able to
Very
afford
well,
this,
my
though.
lord. What sort of armor will you be needing?
A city watch breastplate and helm.
That's not usually my job, my lord. The gold cloaks have their own armor smith.
I have to find an excuse.
Yes, I know. It's just that I lost mine, and the commander is bound to punish me if I go back without them. To be honest, I'd prefer it if this job stayed between the two of us.
Certainly. I can arrange that for you. But a special order such as this will come at a much higher price.
I don't even know if I have a gold
It's
dragon.
going to cost you a golden dragon. But for this price, your breastplate will be the envy of all. It will be gilded with a finish worthy of the greatest of men.
Let's see. That suits me.
Very well. It's
If
a
I
deal.
even have one.
Here you are.
I guess I have one.
I'll get to work on your order right away. It'll be ready before you know it. Here's your equipment, my lord. Good day to you.
The breastplate and the helm have been taken care of.
Nothing but the best.
Okay, I guess I have the full uniform now. Okay. Don't know why I just couldn't have took it off that one dude, but hey, you know.
This is where I stop. From this point forth, you're on your own. Be very careful once you're inside. Pry as much information from the guards inside as you can. While you're infiltrating this place, I'm going to inform Lord Halton of our progress. I will be back shortly. Then I'll return here to await your arrival. Good luck, Sir Alistair.
Stop! No civilians allowed
guess I
past
need
these
to.
doors.
Guess I need to put the armor on. That might be a good idea. Okay. There we go. Gold cloak helm. How do I put them on? Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Gold cloak helm. Gold cloak gloves. Gold cloak armor. City watch cloak. And gold cloak leather boots. Hey, I look like one of them now. Hey, I got dressed down here. Is it okay if I go in now? I just put my armor on down there. Is that okay? Okay, thanks.
There's no way you'll win.
Love how you can just take their stuff right in front of them.
It's hopeless. With all the lashes this bastard is taking, he won't live to see another day.
What's the matter?
What wagers are you speaking of?
You were speaking of wages just now. I want in.
We're wagering on how long that bastard lockdown there is going to last. There's quite a number of us in, so we've gathered a tidy little sum so far.
I see.
If you want in, ask Captain Karen. He's by the dungeon entrance. I wagered 8 coins that the louse in the dungeon buys it the day after tomorrow.
Considering how...
Hey, you. What are you doing here?
Let's play dumb.
I want to go up there and get a good view of the city.
Maybe when you're an officer. But until then, dream on.
Okay.
Spent the whole day looking for the coat of...
Come on, it's a bit of fun. The prisoner couldn't care less, you know. He's going to die anyway. We may as well try and make a bit of money from his death.
What do you want?
Talking about wagers.
I heard there were wagers being taken on the prisoner.
Yes, my friend here is taking part in a little game. He and his friends are wagering on the murderer locked up down there. All the others are dead. He's the only one left.
We're not abusing him or anything. We're just wagering on when we think he'll die. It's no skin off his nose as far as I can see. If you want to get a bet in, you'll have to ask Sir Karen.
Isn't it a little cruel? I know he's a murderer, but that's...
I've really had it with all this. If Harold wants to find out who this corpse was, why doesn't he look into it himself?
Not so loud. If he hears us, we're headed straight for the hole, or worse.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Who's this officer?
Excuse me. I heard you talk about Sir Harold. Is he truly that bad?
Let me guess. You're a new recruit, eh? So let me give you a good piece of advice. If there's one man you shouldn't irk, it's him.
Yeah, Sir Harold is the worst. I remember one day, one of the guards joked about his height. Nothing harsh, just a little laugh, you know. Well, he found out about it. The poor sod's been on latrine scrubbing duty ever since that day.
Keep away from him as much as you can. The corpse we're storing is wearing a tabard, but I can't...
Hey, you. Don't I know you?
Maybe. My friends tell me I have a pretty common face.
Yeah. Well, what do you want?
Let's see. I'll use the wagers as an excuse.
I want to place a wager on this prisoner too.
That's great. The more the merrier.
I want to see what I'm putting my money on first, though.
Go ahead. If he's dead, let me know immediately.
Guess I'm going in. That was easy.
Haven't seen you before. What brings you round here? Did you come to see the prisoner?
Better speak of the wagers.
Yes, I want to see what state he's in before making a wager.
You'll have to come back later then. I shut the door. With this much money at stake, I don't want anybody getting any ideas. I wagered that he would live 3 more days, and I don't want anyone killing him when I'm not looking.
I see.
Okay, so he's still alive. So now what?
So, how much you want to bet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you soon.
Only you could fall asleep right next to a crime scene.
Yeah. Sir Harold hasn't had me relieved for at least 2 days. But it could have been much worse.
Uh-oh. Is that the guy I took stuff from?
Hello there, friend.
Let's see. Ask him about
Sir
Harold.
Harold is the one who manages the relief team, is that right?
Not just that. He's also the officer in charge of stewardship. And he doesn't mess around. The other officers can throw you into the dungeons or give you extra duties whenever they please. But Sir Harold, he's the worst.
Yeah, once he has it in mind to punish you, he'll drag you through the 7 hells.
Right next to where the murders took place. But Sir Harold...
Yes. But the commander seemed pretty desperate for us to burn the dark-haired boy's body as quickly as we could. It's a bit fishy if you ask me, and I have a feeling it has something to do with gold. Yes? Can we help you?
Speaking of a body.
Is that body down there one of the victims of the sewer murders?
Yes. And since he's a nobleman, we're keeping him where it's cool while we wait to be told what to do with him. It shouldn't take long to find out who he was, as we already know the identity of the other victim.
It's kind of strange, actually. The other one was just a peasant's son. A dark-haired boy known as Cedric. But no one knows anything about the nobleman. Why was he hiding in the sewers with a poor merchant boy anyway?
Forget about it, Morton. At the end of the day, they're both dead.
I see. Thank you. I need to know if it's my brother. I have to find a way to get down there.
Alright. How am I gonna get in there? Can't talk to him.
I've spent the whole day looking.
What do you want?
Talking about the prisoner.
Are you talking of the man who committed those murders in the sewers?
Yes, we've got him in the dungeon. Somehow, Commander Janos arrested him shortly after the crime was committed.
He's in one of the deepest dungeons. His two accomplices were in there with him, but they're dead now. He's the only one left. We gave them a good flogging. You should have heard them scream. But their boss, he's a tough one.
Isn't it a little cruel? What do you want?
I heard there were wagers being taken on the prisoner.
Yes, my friend here is taking part in a little game.
Okay, I already talked to these
He and
guys.
his friends are wagering on the murderer locked up down there. All the others are dead. He's the only one left.
We're not abusing him or anything. We're just wagering on when we think he'll die. It's no skin off his nose as far as I can see.
Can't skip cutscenes, unfortunately.
You'll have to ask Sir Karen.
Oh, come on. It's hardly the first time we've done it. I can't figure out which house he belonged to.
Okay. I already talked to him. Alright. Fuck this guy again.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
Sorry to have bothered you.
Okay.
I've spent the whole day looking for the coat of arms.
I can't talk to him again.
Yes? Can we help you?
Is that body down there one of the victims of the sewer murders?
Yes. And since he's a nobleman, we're keeping him where it's cool while we wait to be told what to do with him. It shouldn't take long to find out who he was, as we already know the identity of the other victim.
It's kind of strange, actually. The other one was just a peasant's son. A dark-haired boy known as Cedric. But no one knows anything about the nobleman. Why was he hiding in the sewers with a poor merchant boy anyway?
Forget about it, Morton. At the end of the day, they're both dead.
I need to know if it's my brother. I have to find a way to get down there.
So, Benfrey, I hear you got caught sleeping on your watch yesterday.
They're just gonna let me walk by?
No! His clothing. It carries the crest of Sarwick. All that effort. And for what? Gawain! No! I can't believe it! Perhaps it's someone else. A servant. Anybody. Wait. What's this? A letter.
Okay, my dear Gawain, you who said that the sun would slow when I wasn't by your side will find within this envelope a lock of my hair. Maybe it will ward off this bad luck and you will come back to me sooner. In the meantime, you'll have something to remember me by for those lonely nights. Your Felena.
By the flame! And the girl's lock of hair is still attached to the letter. It really is him. Forgive me, little brother. I Should have returned sooner. What on earth were you doing in that cellar, Gawain? Why did someone want you dead? His murderer. He's here somewhere. And he will give me answers.
So, how's it going? Did you find out who it was? I'd rather get rid of the body before it starts to rot.
Better lie.
No. No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I suspected as much. Even his assassin wasn't able to tell us anything.
He's locked up in here, isn't he?
Yeah, in a cell close by. But I am in charge of the keys, and I open the doors for no one.
I need to see him.
No way. There's too much money at stake for me to let anyone see him. If you kill him, I'll lose all my money. And that would really get my knickers in a twist.
If I killed him here, no one would know. I can bribe him.
How much money is at stake?
About 125 stags, as far as I know. Why?
Yeah, give me the keys. That's too much. It's too much. Too bad for him. It's too much for him. Too bad for him.
It isn't just your money that you're going to lose today. Say your prayers, roughneck.
You're dead! Bowen! Help!
Okay, this must be the cell. I've got to find... There we go.
Did you get a good eyeful, you son of a whore?
I ask the questions here. You're Oris, aren't you?
Bugger off.
Listen to me, fool. I'm not a gold cloak, but I can kill you right now if you so wish. On the other hand, should you answer my questions, I'll make it worth your while.
You're not from the City Watch? If you're telling the truth, I have nothing to lose. Ask your questions.
Is he the man I'm looking for? Why is he locked up down here? Let's see. Why are you locked up down here?
What are you doing here, murderer? How did they catch you?
Nobody caught me, old man. I was set up.
What do you mean?
The man who was supposed to pay me. He locked me up down here.
Who? Who hired you?
That bastard, Geno Slint. It was the commander of the City Watch himself who told me to slit the throats of the two men hiding in that damn cellar. We'd known each other for some time. He came to me in the tavern I frequent. He said he had a job for me. Said it'd pay 300 silver stags. Enough to feed us all for more than a year. I asked for part of the money up front, as I always do. He told me to meet him at his office, and everything went well. But when two of my men and I came to collect the other half of the money after I'd completed the job, he had us thrown into this hole. He tricked me.
How could they have met?
How did you meet? Did you serve as a gold cloak?
No, not at all. But I've done this kind of favor for the commander in the past. There'd never been any problem until now, so I didn't have any reason to doubt him. As I told you, I was in his office upstairs when he made his offer. He paid me the advance without any trouble. When he left to get the money, I took a quick look around his office. There was a letter. I can't read, but I recognized the seal I saw at the bottom of that letter. It was Valar's, the Queen's lapdog.
Valar? Are you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. He and his Bloodseekers have been getting in our way since they came to King's Landing. We're needed less and less because of them. I realized too late that it was them I was working for. I should have turned down this offer.
The Bloodseekers. Those damned thugs. If Valar really is behind all this, that letter may just help me bring him down. I have to get into this office.
Get me out of here! I told you everything you need to know. Your turn to help me. These scoundrels of the City Watch betrayed me. And now they're wagering on when I'm going to die. I'm the leader of the Reapers. If you save my life, you won't regret it.
Ooh. You know what? No.
If you're telling the truth, and I find the letter you spoke of, then maybe I'll come back to free you. But if you're lying, by R'hllor it will cost you.
Best if I stay here and wait. I don't have a chance on my own.
Alright, now I gotta find this office. Is it down here? I didn't do anything. Yeah, I gotta find this office. That's the way out. I don't know if he's gonna let me pass.
You! What are you doing here?
Better pretend to be on a mission.
I've been ordered to collect some important documents for the small council of the Red Keep.
Oh? Upon whose orders?
Is it which one was it? It was Janos.
Commander Janos Slint in person.
The commander? Why would he ask you to do that?
I know he's not here. Let's make the most of it.
I was traveling by his side to the Red Keep. Once there, he said he'd forgotten some documents and that I had to quickly return them to him or there'd be trouble.
Yeah. When the commander gives an order, you better do as he says. I'd rather not have any trouble. Go ahead. But move your ass.
Alright. While I'm at it, I'll steal a weapon, I guess.
So that's the famous letter. Oris wasn't lying. I swore to help him if he was telling the truth. But am I really obliged to keep this promise? If things get out of hand, I risk my own skin. All that for the man who killed Gawain. Let's have a look.
Alright. In response to Commander Geno Slint, Cedric Rivers must die without fail. I should not have to remind you what's at stake. She will not be satisfied until we have gotten rid of every last bastard, and as I told you, I am already taking care of another prey holed up in the north. As for your difficulties finding exactly where your target hides within the sewers of King's Landing, I care not. Use whatever means you deem necessary to put an end to all this immediately. Whatever happens, remember that discretion in this matter is of the utmost importance to the crown. As a consequence, you must leave no witnesses in your wake. The purse I made sure you were provided with should contain enough dragons to cover all eventualities. Remember that she will not accept failure by any kind, Sir Valar Hill. Okay.
Wait. It's the personal seal of the City Watch commander.
Do I take it?
I'm already taking enough risks as it is.
Alright, let's head back down to the prison.
So, are you done?
Yes, it should be fine. I have everything I need.
Yeah, well, make sure you don't forget anything. I don't want you putting the commander in a bad mood.
Now I gotta decide whether or not I'm gonna kill that guy or not. You know, I helped the other Reapers. I have a feeling I should help him too.
Did you find the letter? See, I wasn't lying.
And I gave my word.
Yes, you were right. And I may need you and your men sometime soon, so I'll help you. But this won't be easy. There's no room for error. If we make even the slightest mistake, the whole city watch will come down on us.
I don't have anything to lose anyway. Untie me. Thank you. What's your plan?
We're going to pretend that you're under my guard by order of their commander. If we can fool the guards, we shouldn't have any trouble.
I like the way you think. If we succeed, it will be a remarkable feat.
And if we fail, it'll be a slow and painful death for the both of us. May the light show us the way.
And I gave him a weapon. That's stupid. Look, he's got a dagger on. Where am I going? There's the stairs. Are you coming?
What's all this commotion? And what is this criminal doing here? He's supposed to be in the dungeons.
I should say the prisoner's being transferred. I just decided to set him free. Transferred.
I was ordered to escort this prisoner to the Red Keep.
What? I'm the one in charge of these dungeons. If a transfer had been ordered, I'd know about it.
I'll use the wagers to threaten him.
Maybe the commander felt it wasn't necessary. It seems he learned that people were wagering on the prisoner's death. I don't think that will go down too well.
Who do you think you're fooling? The commander is the one that started the wagers.
Oops.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I pray that R'hllor will welcome you with kindness. Rest in peace.
By the Seven! Help! Rally the City Watch! They killed Charon!
Well, I guess I'm fighting. Oh, man. Well, killed just about every guard in here, probably. Is that one dude still over here? Nope. I'm going back up to the office. I don't know if it's going to let me take that thing still or not. Nope. Guess we're getting out of here.
You're free now. R'hllor has guided us thus far.
Your god had nothing to do with it, my friend. Your sword is what worked all the miracle I witnessed today.
Whatever it may be, you owe me now.
Yes, I give you my word. If you ever need me and my men, come to our den. Until then, old man, I must go and dress my wounds now.
Okay. So we're going back to Lord Harlan's residence.
Lord Alistair, please.
So, sir, did you find out what happened to your brother?
Yes. Valar had him executed. Mark my words. I am going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
I'm afraid that's not possible, sir. He left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
Ice and death. This wretched dog knows no limits. He killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halton immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.
Okay. How am I losing the stuff when I'm still wearing it? Unless that's just the objective lost. Probably better put my other stuff back on. I'm going to keep the gold cloak leather. Because the gold cloak leathers, that's about the same, I guess. And alright, so I think we're good. Alright, let's go.
Alistair, were you able to discover anything?
I know what happened. The murderers in the sewers were targeting a boy by the name of Cedric Rivers. His last name leaves no room for doubt. He's a bastard child, just like those the Queen is hunting down. But the assassins also killed whoever else was in the hideout at that time. And that's how Gawain fell victim to them.
How can something this dreadful have been allowed to happen?
Might as well give him the whole story, I guess.
He really is dead. His body was moved to the city watchtower. I saw it with my own eyes.
By the father. That poor boy. Sir Desmond told me of the bandits you encountered. Was it they who killed Gawain?
The Reapers did the dirty work. There's no denying that. But they were just pawns. They are now paying for their crimes.
What do you mean?
I coerced some of their members to tell me what happened, and that information led me to the city watchtower. That's where I found Gawain's corpse. But that's not all. The leader of the Reapers, the murderer himself, was locked up there. He confessed everything. The commander of the city watch paid him to carry out the task. Then he left him to rot in the dungeons, so that the crime would never be traced back to him. And here is the proof. Look at this letter. It was Valar himself who gave the assassination order to the commander of the city watch. He's behind everything.
Are you saying your half-brother murdered Gawain? I do not understand. Why would he do such a thing?
Looks after his own interests.
Look at what's written here. See that you do not leave any witness. He must have known that Gawain would be with Cedric. Valar was trying to capture my brother after all. This was an ideal opportunity for him. He didn't leave him any chance of clearing his name.
You believe he acted out of revenge?
Obviously. He wants to wipe out the Sarwics and take control of Riverspring. Valar used this opportunity to get rid of him. One less obstacle in the way of his conquest. He is now assured that he will become head of House Sarwick, being both my sister's husband and my father's only descendant.
What are you planning to do?
Gawain was my brother. I can't just let that bastard Valar destroy my family. He will pay with his blood. I'll never let that wretch take the ancestral lands of House Sarwick. I already have this letter which proves his involvement in the sewer murders. I have to find out what it is that links these murders and expose Valar's treachery. Once the people learn of his treachery, the Queen will have no choice but to sever her ties with him.
You are right. The answer probably lies with the bastards that the Queen is hunting down.
I'm not sure I follow.
Well, if you think about it, isn't that what all these murders have in common? All the victims were bastards. In fact, you helped track one of them down yourself, didn't you?
Had no choice.
I only helped the Queen to get back my land and titles. It was the best way to show my loyalty, and I'm willing to get my hands dirty so that my family can regain its former wealth.
Certainly. And your resolve does you credit. But why did she call on you? If these targets really were enemies of the Crown, why didn't she send the gold cloaks?
Indeed. She chose an inconspicuous method every time.
The Queen does not wish for this matter to be made public.
These bastards are not chosen at random. Valar himself is one, but he's not worried. So there must be some other link between them. But what? I can't put my finger on it.
I might have a lead on this matter. One of my contacts at court passed a letter on to me. It's from Lord John Arryn himself, the King's Hand. He sent it to the Red Keep sometime before his death. It was meant for Grand Maester Pycelle, who sits on the Royal Council.
I'm not sure I remember who that is.
Remind me who the Grand Maester is, please. I have been away for such a long time that I have forgotten the ways of the court a little.
The title is carried by the King's advisor in King's Landing, who also sits on the Small Council. As any Maester, he must carry out all of the functions required by a noble household, such as advisor, tutor, and healer, but for the Seven Kingdoms.
I see. Please continue. You were speaking of John Arryn?
He was a worthy man. His death has deeply saddened me. But in the light of the information contained in this letter, I fear that his death is far from natural.
What do you mean? What does this letter speak of?
Well, John Arryn asked the Grand Maester to consult a book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. And this came after he was seen in the company of Stannis Baratheon, visiting various dens of ill repute. It caused quite a stir. If you're unfamiliar with these two men, they have long established reputations of unfailing virtue. Normally, neither of them would ever frequent that kind of establishment. After a little investigating, I learned that the Hand had visited half a dozen bastards that day, one of whom was the Potter that you and Sir Valar killed.
You think that because he was walking about town and consulting some tome on lineage that someone had the Hand of the King assassinated?
Think about it. If John Arryn discovered something about those bastards that someone powerful didn't want him to know, I have a feeling that this book on lineages holds the key to this mystery. And I've sent word to a man capable of shedding light on all of that for us. He's a Maester of the Citadel called Rupert. He's also an expert in ancient texts, and it just so happens that he has worked on the book. I do not know him personally, but he has agreed to meet with us. He was asked to bring a copy of the tomb.
Why call on this Maester Rupert?
Grand Maester Pycelle is the Queen's loyal servant. It would be highly inadvisable to contact him directly. However, there is still one concern to settle: the payment.
How much is he asking for?
That's the problem. He does not seek money. If he did, this matter would already be settled. He wants a particular settlement, but he refuses to explain himself in writing. He would rather discuss this in private.
Fine. I will meet with him. Where can I find him?
The meeting has been arranged near an illegal arena, hidden in the sewers. I sincerely hope he will give us the help we need. I've already taken the liberty of sending Sir Desmond there, as he knows these parts well. He will be able to come to your aid if something goes wrong.
Thank you, Lord Halton.
Alright, guys, we gotta back down to the arena. I do that every time. Alright, back to the main quest. If I see a store, I got a few things to sell before I move along. This map sucks.
No harm will come of looking.
Back to the sewers. Ah, here we go.
Maester Rupert, here is the man I was speaking of. Sir Alistair Sarwick.
It's an honor, sir. Now that your friend is here, let us get straight to the point. I understand that one of my books has piqued your interest?
Indeed, Maester. The book on the lineages of the Seven Kingdoms. You have brought it with you, haven't you?
Don't get ahead of yourself. You'll get the book, but only once you've paid me the price I ask.
What does he want?
What is your price, then?
The price is my life. You have no doubt heard of the secret fights organized in this arena. Well, I've gotten myself into a bit of a debt there.
What kind of debt?
The kind of bet I'll never be able to fully repay. I wagered with the owner of this ring a life of servitude against all his riches. And I lost. As is traditional for merchants of the free cities, Ossifer is proclaiming to everyone that I'm his slave. He left me only one way out. If I want to be free again, I have to defeat his champion in the arena. The problem is that his champion is a savage warrior who goes by the name of Eruk. They say he can crush the skulls of his enemies with his bare hands.
I see. You clearly stand no chance against him.
Exactly. But Ossifer never said I couldn't appoint a man to fight for me. Unfortunately, I don't know of anyone in King's Landing who could possibly defeat such a brute.
I see where he's going with this. He'll give us nothing if we refuse to help him.
Now I understand why you have turned to us.
Yes, I'm sure it's quite obvious. I think you stand a much better chance in this arena than me.
Maybe. It's just that I don't typically put on a show in illegal fights.
Sir Alistair, a man must sometimes take the darker path that will lead him to the light of justice. Come on. This book would allow you to see exactly what the Queen fears so much, and to bring down Valar at the same time.
Fine. I will do whatever is necessary to avenge Gawain's death.
Wonderful. You're a lifesaver, sir.
You know full well that I am not doing this for you, Rupert.
No matter. It all amounts to the same thing for me. Leave me a moment. I need to formalize everything with Ossifer. There he is, Ossifer. That man right there is my champion.
Oh, I really didn't think you'd manage to talk some poor bastard into this. Welcome, sir. So, you're willing to risk your life for this ass of a man? I hope you know what you're doing.
So you'll keep your word, eh? If he defeats your champion, my debt is no more.
Yes, but we both know that will never happen. Erok is undefeated. As you have chosen to die in the arena, you'll need a fighting name. How do you wish to be introduced to the crowd?
I'll choose a name in the honor of R'hllor.
I will be Azor Ahai, Warrior of the Light.
What a spectacular name. It should be a real crowd pleaser. Take the door on the left and prepare yourself down there. Then speak to the guard when you're ready. He'll give me the signal and open the gate for you. Better say your prayers. My champion, Erok, comes
he's a
straight
wildling.
out of the wild lands beyond the wall. As for you, Rupert, remember, if your champion dies today,
He bet more.
Your family will join you in your life of servitude, as agreed.
Alright, let's get ready. Where am I getting ready? Oh, that's the way out.
The fight is going to start any time now. I was able to learn little about your opponent. Ask me what you'd like to learn, as we have precious little time.
I need to know what his weakness is.
Does this giant have some sort of flaw I can take advantage of?
They say that once he bleeds, it doesn't stop. Cut him and he'll continue to weaken as the fight drags on. Do you hear that? This is it. It's time for your duel.
A flame will soon be extinguished.
Alright, time to fight, I guess.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Open the gate. Let's get this over with.
Oh boy. Hopefully I can beat this guy.
Prepare to be amazed! Tonight, we are lucky enough to be witnessing some unexpected entertainment. For your pleasure tonight, a stranger decided to step up into our arena. Please welcome Azor Ahai! He's going up against a warrior who has fought and killed more than 12 men. You all know who I'm talking about. Here is Erok, of the wild lands that lie beyond the wall. Only one of these warriors will leave this arena victorious. Which will it be? I hope you have all placed your wagers. Let the fight commence!
Ooh, get up. Get up. Get up. I'm scared. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Ooh, man, he's tough. Oh, get up, man! Get up, man! Incompatible weapons. Oh, put his sword away for some reason again. There we go. And I'm taking his stuff. Oh, and I've gained a level, so we'll go ahead and do that too. Haven't got any new attribute points. I didn't know if you get any more of those later or not. Let's see, 2 more points. Quick as a snake. Quick as a snake. Calm as still water. New Rylor point. Swords, one-handed weapons, and ranged weapons. Use a Master of Fire. Sweet. Okay. And let's add some more. Oh, you can only have 100, huh? Okay. And we'll put it into, let's see, to bows.
You should be proud, Sir Alistair. That was a fight to remember.
Wonderful. You just saved my life.
Damn! You killed one of my best men. But by the 7, was this show worth it?
Reminds me of the good old days, in the time of the great Lucifer the Unvanquished. What a fight!
I was not fighting for mere glory. The book, Rupert.
Here you go. You deserved it. You're an excellent fighter. If you ever fight in these parts again, you must send me word.
Let us return to my lord's residence, Sir Alistair. We'll feel more at ease there.
You go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Very well. Here, take this key. It'll let you access the basement from the courtyard. I made good use of it at times, when my lord sent me down here to recruit fighters. Be safe, and return to us soon.
Come back anytime, my friend. This arena will always welcome you. You will soon make a name for yourself, and a fortune. Just let me find a new champion first. It's going to take a while, so feel free to take a look around town in the meantime.
Alright, time to go back to Lord Harleton. No more side missions right now. Yeah, I imagine doing the gladiator fights are probably easy way to gain levels, be my guess.
Sir Alistair, Desmond was just telling me of your adventures. Congratulations on your victory.
Would that I didn't have to fight, but at least we have the book.
Get the book out. We must start our research without delay. I don't understand. What could John Aaron have possibly found in this book?
Indeed. I also cannot see what secret this book could hold. Wait! Go back!
What did you see?
Maybe I'm mistaken, but the bastard that I hunted down with Valar, he had dark hair and blue eyes. When I talked to the city watchguards after the sewer murders, they told me that the victim, Cedric, was also dark-haired. All births from the marriages between Baratheons and Lannisters have this in common. Raven hair prevails over golden. Of course. Now I know what John Aaron discovered. Children.
What are you talking about?
We have been researching the bastard line when we should be looking at the legitimate children. Cersei is a Lannister and Robert is a Baratheon. Their children should have dark hair and blue eyes, as is written in the book. It has always been so. And yet, they are blonde. The royal children are illegitimate. This is what John Aaron discovered.
By the 7! But then, The bastards that the damned queen is hunting down.
They are the only true descendants of King Robert Baratheon.
Dun dun dun.
That's why the queen wants them dead. Relor's light. The queen even involved me in this treachery.
She didn't hesitate to execute the bastard children of that fool, Robert, to keep his adultery a secret. Everything she does so to serve herself. Her people might well die, and on her orders too, if she deemed it necessary.
And Valar being her little pet only makes matters worse. This news makes the race to control Riverspring even more dire. The future of my people is at stake, and the only reason Valar desires the lands are power and vengeance.
No doubt Cersei finds watching her catspaw groom himself in her image an amusing distraction. It's time we did something. If not, your lands, and perhaps the realm, may never recover from this.
He is right.
Indeed. Changes will have to come. I cannot allow Riverspring to flounder on such grounds.
It seems that we are in agreement. Listen, Sir Alistair, I think it's time I confided in you. As you know, my friend, the usurper, claimed the Iron Throne just after your departure, 15 years ago. From that moment on, he never gave a second thought to the people. The Queen took advantage of this and ended up assuming the real power through her numerous schemes. Your father and I quickly realized that no good could come of this monarchy. Nothing like this would ever have happened during the times of the Targaryen rule. Under their aegis, the kingdom was more prosperous, untroubled, and governed in a much fairer way than with Robert Baratheon and his damned Queen Lannister.
Current governors were the last Targaryen line is no more. He was a nut.
From what I understand, Aerys the Mad reigned over his people under the aegis of fear and madness. It was his cruelty that pushed the kingdom toward rebellion.
His reign was but a brief moment when you consider the 300 years of Targaryen sovereignty. It is true that his madness drew a dark shadow over the dynasty, but it should not be judged by one man's mistakes. If Aerys II was considered unfit to take the crown, surely the usurper and his queen deserved just as much, if not worse. That is what your father and I thought. And in time we came to understand that we weren't the only ones disappointed in the usurper. Many others were of the same opinion. Lords, as well as ordinary men. Gradually, we became a group and realized that by joining forces, we could perhaps bring about change. Our cause continued to spread. Our plans had time to evolve, and today, this group has become a true brotherhood, both powerful and ubiquitous. Sir Alistair, I wish for you to join the Brotherhood. We share the same goals. Together, we will avenge the death of your brother. Together, we may be able to save Riverspring by bringing back the Targaryen.
Sure, why not? I want in.
Your cause is just. I accept. I'll join your ranks.
I'm glad to have your understanding. When those in power are corrupt, rebellion is no longer a right. It is a duty. Your father and I have been striving towards this for a long time. It's been an age that we've sought a breach, to bring this power to its knees.
What is your plan?
We'll start with what we've discovered today, and use it to destroy Valar, as well as the Queen's influence. Once the King learns of their conspiring, he will have them executed. This will be the first step in our overthrowing him. His actions will spark a revolt. If the revolt catches on, we'll take this opportunity to rally the people and the various lords of the Seven Kingdoms. While they kill each other, we'll be building strength.
Very well. So let us send ravens throughout the kingdom to spread the news.
Let us not be too hasty, my friend. The Queen has powerful allies. This attack needs to be decisive. If we show our hand too soon, the game will be lost forever. Besides, our goal is not to create anarchy. I still need time to arrange the succession to the throne. In the meantime, let us gather all the evidence we can find to ensure the widest support possible. What we have now is gilt-edged information, but it lacks the substance it needs to really drive the point home at the moment of revelation.
Where else do you think we can find further evidence?
Your father and I always believed that the best way to manipulate the situation was to sow discord among the royal couple. Today's discovery is the result of all our hard work. Your father compiled a list detailing all of Valar's abuses of power on behalf of the Queen. He believed that driving a wedge between her and the King was ripe for exploiting.
Father always understood the true nature of Valar.
Reinhald sent me a letter revealing some important findings. He wished to speak to me in person, but he died before he got the chance. I think he wanted me to know about his findings, and that they are still somewhere in Riverspring. You'll recognize the documents I speak of by the Targaryen dragon inscribed along the bottom of each page. They will no doubt be encrypted. The Brotherhood uses its own language in case our documents fall into the wrong hands.
That's good to know.
I must leave the task of finding it up to you. Valar is after a woman who is of great importance to the Brotherhood. I've made the necessary arrangements regarding this matter, and I need to return to Castlewood in order to manage this operation. My stay at King's Landing lasted longer than expected.
What does he know about Valar?
I was charged with accompanying him on his search, but this mission was organized in secret. How did you find out about it?
Our Brotherhood is well connected, Sir Alistair. One of my spies has infiltrated his gang and regularly keeps me informed. What's more, the letter that Valar wrote to the commander of the City Watch confirms what my sources tell me.
Very well. We'll meet again at Castlewood once I get hold of my father's findings. Good luck, my lord.
I wish you luck too, my friend. And don't forget, those documents are of the utmost importance.
Gotta return to Riverspring.
Hello, Lord Alistair.
Hello, my lady. I don't think I've had the honor of meeting you.
I am Lady Marianne, Lord Halton's niece.
Relative of Harleton's?
I didn't know Lord Halton had a niece. I've never had the pleasure of seeing you at his home.
I did see you once, from my window. I would have come to greet you, but I was improperly attired.
Well, I'm honored to finally make your acquaintance, Lady Marianne. What brings you to King's Landing?
I accompany Lord Halton on most of his trips. We are the last two members of the family, you see.
Oh, and how is that?
Ah, well, my uncle's parents have been dead for many a year now. And as for my father, his only brother, he died at the end of Robert's rebellion.
I see. What were the circumstances of his death, if I may ask?
My father supported the Targaryens. He was with them until the very end, when he was tortured and executed by his own lord, for treason.
I feel your pain, my lady. War is a terrible thing.
As I was my father's only heir, and as Halton had no heirs of his own, he took me under his wing. Enough about my troubled past. I'd love to have a more pleasant conversation sometime. But I must hurry back, or my uncle will start to worry.
Please send him my regards. Until next time, my lady.
Okay. This game. It's like, which way do I go? Which way do I go?
There's enough here for everyone. Slow stewed stag meat and honey.
I guess. See, I wish you would. See, I need to go back to River Spring.
I've had enough of them gloating in the streets like that. It's like they've forgotten what respect means after all that rioting.
No surprise, though, really. I mean, when a dog bares its teeth, you give it a good kick so it knows not to do it again. If you allow the behavior, then it thinks it's strong.
What the?
Aye. I don't know what that new lord thinks he's doing, but unless he changes his ways, this
death
town...
of River Spring, mark my...
My Lord Sarwick.
Here's the ferryman again.
Greetings, Victor. What can I do for you?
My lord, I cannot thank you enough for saving my life during the rioting.
Don't thank me, thank R'hllor. I am only an instrument of his divine plan.
Well, your god seems to have helped the entire town. Did you know that people are returning to town and that trade is slowly resuming?
Is that right?
Only yesterday I ferried in a group of woodsmen and some weavers who'd left for Castlewood several moons ago.
Castlewood, you say? Can you take me there?
From here? It's downstream, couldn't be easier. Just drop the boat in the water and it floats down there by itself.
If that's the case, I will probably need your help soon.
Of course. I owe you at least that. You can find me in the port when you're ready to leave.
Calm yourself. It's point.
This Alistair could be such a fool. Giving them...
Look how dashing we are in this attire. We'll serve River Springs what?
Alistair, it is a joy to see you again. Do you have news of Gawain?
I was right. No need to raise our hopes. It's right about Valar.
Eliana, I warned you not to trust Valar.
What do you mean? What does he have to do with Gawain?
Our little brother is dead. Killed on Valar's orders.
7 gods, it can't be!
I saw Gawain's body, Eliana.
But why would Valar kill him?
I only see one explanation. River Spring. His lust for power was strong enough that he would kill the only man standing between him and the throne.
But this is absurd. Gawain wasn't a threat. Father had personally disinherited him.
He didn't want to leave anything chance.
Valar is not one to take any risks.
No. Tell me it's not true. That man is a monster. What am I to do? I cannot marry that murderer. I could not endure it.
I know, little sister. Your marriage must be stopped at all costs.
But the Queen, she would never change her decision. She will force me to marry him.
All is not lost. I haven't played all my cards yet.
Please, Alistair, help me.
You know our words, Eliana. Family is hope. Protect it, always. But in order for me to succeed, I need your help. Father hid some documents here that could help me in the fight against Valar. Do you know where he might have hidden the documents?
I am sorry, Alistair, but Father was very secretive. He never confided anything to me. You need to speak with Maester Harwin. If anyone were to know, it would be he. I have no need for this. I have enough troubles as it is.
We know he set off for River Spring, and 2 weeks have passed with no news. I'm sure you can understand our distress.
It grieves me too, Sir Edwin, but what would you have me do?
It grieves you? Our
father, Lord Roxton, is missing, and you say it grieves you?
From what I know, your father would never go riding without strong escort. I cannot see what could have happened to him.
Indeed. We know that he left the Reach alone and with haste. You are just as familiar with his quick temper as we are.
We could send scouts to search for him in the mountains, if that would reassure you.
Enough! You know very well where he is. So it wasn't enough for you to betray us the once, whore?
How dare you? You've gone too far. Guards, take our guests to their chambers.
This isn't over, Eliana. This isn't over. Believe me.
What is going on?
Nothing of consequence. Just a difference of opinion. I don't need your help with everything, you know.
Eliana?
Don't worry about me. I'm capable of handling this on my own.
Okay. That was worth it, I guess. Back to the mission. Wait, now it's saying I can go back to that? No? Okay, great. Forgive this episode for being super duper long. Keep getting into these side quests. Game makes them feel like they're important, and then, well, you know, they're not.
I can't sit on my father's throne yet. Our land is still in mourning.
Alistair, how was your journey to King's Landing?
The situation there is worse than I imagined. It will prove difficult to stop Valar from claiming the title to Riverspring. And Gawain is dead.
Gods be good. This is upsetting news, Alistair. What happened?
Just tell him the truth.
The Gold Cloaks found him dead amidst the victims of some bloody business.
Poor Gawain.
And the worst is, Valar is responsible for all these killings.
Valar? Can you prove it?
Yes, I retrieved the written order to kill them, signed in his own hand. But I must obtain more proof before I can openly accuse Valar. Otherwise I risk facing the Queen's wrath.
Valar cannot get away with such a crime.
One thing at a time, Harwin. I haven't finished with him yet. I have a new ally, Lord Arwood Harden of Castlewood. It was he who helped me trace Gawain.
Lord Halton? I see. He was a great friend of your father's. Did you meet him in King's Landing?
Yes, Gawain was trying to reach him before he disappeared. Lord Halton approached me after a meeting with the Queen and told me what he knew. While looking for my brother, I learned things that could change our land's fate, and perhaps more. Father was already onto it. He wrote all this down and hid the documents somewhere in Riverspring. I must find them.
Hidden documents? If I'm not mistaken, you're not the only one who has sought them.
How so?
Some weeks ago, actually, it was the day your father died. Some of Lord Raynald's bannermen and friends were in Riverspring.
Lord Garth, no need to take offense over such trifling matters. Squabbles between houses are commonplace. Believe me, with patience, things will work out by themselves. By the grace of the gods, learn to relish a king's meal when you can. I have enough problems with my son Gawain. I don't know if I should find anger or joy in his absence at the table.
My lord, come quickly!
What is it now?
Someone has forced his way into your office.
What? Entry is strictly forbidden. I hope that you have put the wretch behind bars.
Well, the man in your office is none other than your son Gawain, my lord.
Gawain? That wretch. I've had enough. That ingrate never ceases to dishonor, disappoint, and disobey me. He's gone too far. I won't tolerate any more of it. Never again.
Come now, my lord. He is your son.
Gawain means nothing to me, Harwin. I only had one son, and he's lost to me. And look at all the trouble he has given me. I should have taken care of this a long time ago. I call on all present to be my witnesses. On this day, I, Lord Reynald Sarwick, do disinherit my son, Gawain, and deprive him of all rights and privileges formerly bequeathed to him. Now I must chase him from my chambers. This latest outrage will be his last. I must take my leave now. Come with me, Harwin.
Reynald, my friend. I know we have our differences, but today I share your pain. I am saddened to hear what Gawain has done. But despite my affection for him, I must admit that you are right. If he were to become lord of your house, he would cause its downfall.
Not only mine, Arwood. The same fate would befall all of the lands that depend on River Spring. When the rot sets in, it remains only to cut it out. It's as simple as that.
Are you certain you made the right decision, my lord?
I made the only decision that my good-for-naught son made possible. By the gods, I swear even his sister would be the better one to succeed me.
But we're talking about your last heir.
River Spring should have been Alistair's by right, no one else's.
Father!
Gawain, this door was locked, but that didn't stop you from going through my things, did it?
Father, I know about the Brotherhood. I only want to help you.
7 hells, who asked you to interfere? What's at stake here is too important for you to become involved. This is enough. I stopped believing that you could replace Alistair a long time ago. This ends now. I'm disinheriting you.
No! I don't know who's been putting these ideas into your head. I beg of you, Father!
Silence! If anyone has put anything in my head, it would be you. You and your inability to listen. You and your disrespect. You have brought enough trouble on this house. If you have an ounce of respect left for the Sarwick name, you will not make another scene.
Father! Listen to me!
Enough! Leave me now. I would not see you again.
Your father chased your brother from the room without any further ado, and wouldn't hear so much as an explanation from him.
And then? You were saying it happened the day my father died.
Your father went to sleep right after the incident. The poison was already in his veins by then. He never saw the sunrise.
I see. Has anyone been in this room since?
No. I locked the door after the incident so that no one could enter it. You might also be faced with many locked doors during your investigation. Take my keys. They should all be there.
Do you think Gawain was looking for the same documents that I am?
I only know that when you spoke of these hidden documents, I immediately remembered the incident. If your father was concealing any documents, they would be in this room.
I've never seen his office in such a state. Even the shield he was so proud of no longer hangs on the wall.
Your sister was forced to sell the shield after the rioting. We needed the coin after giving the castle's supplies to the villagers, as you had ordered.
Thank you, Harwin. You may take your leave now. I can handle this alone.
Very well, my lord.
Saw that during cutscene. The father's key. Reynald Sarwick's collar.
There's nothing here.
That was weird.
There's nothing here. Incredible. A secret door. No trace of father's documents. They must be here somewhere.
The enigma of the keys. 7 there are in this house and our deity. 7 faces of one who guides us with sight through underground paths, dark, shadowy, to buried secrets that shall be brought to light. The Father is Lord and the first to rule. His office can lead to many a path. Our smith takes the quill as his primary tool and is found by the light of the hearth. The mother left before her time was done, but where she slept still provides in our need, as does the bed of our own sweet maiden. Look there if you wish to succeed. The warrior guards and strives to protect us behind steel that covers his flesh and bone, while our crone is the one to tend to the pious and weds the betrothed in front of our throne. The stranger was born here, but fled to the east. He turned from our 7, both gods and blood. He wears the red of different priests, but is the one to find what no other man could. Okay. Find the stranger's key. Oh, I'm looking for different keys. Okay. Looking for a bunch of different keys.
Is everything well, Ryman?
I've just taken in a killer who's been spilling blood all over town. I've never seen anyone fight so well. He slit a guard's throat before I had a chance to unsheath my sword.
Let us be thankful that he's in the dungeons now. What about you, Ravella? How are you?
Very well, my lord. How can we be of service?
Maybe they can help me.
I need to get to my father's documents, but they're locked away somewhere. I am confident that this paper holds the key to getting to them. A riddle, a poem that my father wrote. I'm trying to find some of his documents.
That would be quite typical of Reynold. He was quite taken with riddles.
This one seems to refer to our family. This one talks about you too, Ravella. Is the throne in the castle the same one my parents married in front of?
Yes, indeed. Nonetheless, I cannot imagine where Lord Reynold could have concealed anything. If he managed to conceal something, only a keen eye would spot it.
I see. And this line, the warrior, must be referring to you, Ryman, I suppose.
For what I know or care, it may be referring to me or to anyone wearing a suit of armor. I have no time to play at this. Please excuse me.
Okay. Oh, got something. The warrior's key. Let's make sure didn't miss anything up here.
No trace of father's documents. They must be here somewhere.
Okay. Okay, time to head downstairs. There's a key. There's... What's that? Okay. Okay, that's the way out.
What can I do for you, Alistair?
It can help me solve the riddle.
I found a secret passageway in my father's office. I haven't been able to open it yet, but I found this. I think this has something to do with it, but I don't understand how yet.
Yes, they look like clues. They seem to represent different parts of the castle. However, I doubt that he ran to different corners of the castle each time he needed to look at a specific document. Whatever you are looking for, it seems to be only a secondary solution for times of danger.
I see. There must be an easier way to open this door.
That would seem likely. However, he may have taken the secret to his grave. This poem may be the only way for you to find what you're looking for.
Then I know what I must do. Thank you.
Could have used a little more help. Another key. Something just lit. There it is. Stranger's key. Sure we're not missing something. Maiden's key. Not sure if I got them all or not. Every time I find an unopened door, I get a little more hopeful. Where'd it light? Something lit. There. Oh, looks like I got him. How to find our way back up. There we go. Man, this mission is long.
I thought the passageway led to a secret room, but it would seem that I'm in the castle's catacombs. This place must be hundreds of years old. R'hllor, hear my prayers and guide me through the shadows. This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwic's sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwic's sword?
I don't know. I'm gonna say gray steel.
His sword is grey. Ice and death. The lock is stuck. I have to start over again.
Okay. There's gotta be clues. Where's that thing with the letters? Yeah, the quest log. Alright. Oh, it's characters, houses, myth and religion, people, faction, places, society. I don't know if there's clues to this or what.
This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwic's sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwic's sword? His sword is white. I heard a click. On to the next one. An old sword for a peasant. Valerian steel for the hero. How is a Sarwic's sword described? His sword is made of tempered steel. Ice and death. The lock is stuck. I have to start over again. This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwic's sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwick sword? His sword is white. I heard a click. On to the next one. An old sword for a peasant. Valerian steel for the hero. How is a Sarwick sword described? His sword is sharp. Ice and death. The lock is stuck. I have to start over again. This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwick sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwick sword? His sword is white. I heard a click. On to the next one. An old sword for a peasant. Valerian steel for the hero. How is a Sarwick sword described? His sword is blunt. Ice and death. The lock is stuck. I have to start over again. This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwick sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwick sword? His sword is white. I heard a click. On to the next one. An old sword for a peasant. Valerian steel for the hero. How is a Sarwick sword described? His sword is broken. Another click. Only one to go. Warriors keep it by their side. Assassins hide it in their coat. Where does a Sarwick keep his sword? His sword is lying on his grave. Ice and death. The lock is stuck. I have to start over again. This door has a strange lock. Something is engraved upon it. A Sarwick sword is his nature, his virtue, and his honor. The latch mechanism seems to be linked to a set of notched metal wheels. There are 3 wheels arranged vertically. Words are inscribed onto each wheel. I imagine you have to line up the right word in order to unlock each one. Moreover, there's an inscription to the left of each of these wheels. I'll have a look at the first one. Some are red with blood, others are brown from rust. What color is the Sarwick sword? His sword is white. I heard a click. On to the next one. An old sword for a peasant. Valerian steel for the hero. How is a Sarwick sword described? His sword is broken. Another click. Only one to go. Warriors keep it by their side. Assassins hide it in their coat. Where does a Sarwick keep his sword? A broken white sword. That is our heraldry. The door is opening. I did it.
Okay, so I'm not going to share with you guys how many tries that took me. I edited them out. I didn't find anywhere where there were any clues. So I just had to keep guessing, and it took a little bit. Not as long as I thought it was going to take, but oh look, more puzzles.
These inscriptions are intriguing.
I hate puzzle games. Okay. 7 of those. Three of whatever that is. 2 fire. So 2 fire. 3, I guess, like, this camera's starting to act up. Three of those. I'm guessing here. Let's see, it was 2 fire. We got here 5 of the swords. Five swords, 1 dragon, 6 ravens. 5 swords, 1 dragon, 6 ravens. See, I keep forgetting. And this controller's starting to jerk. 6 ravens. It was 5 swords, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 5 swords. 6 ravens. And this camera is really starting to... It's dragging on its own. That's doing that on its own. What's this? 4, 5 swords. 6 ravens. I think I've got everything. No? What did I miss? 7? This game. That's 1 dragon. 5 swords. So 1 around here I didn't see. 2 flames. 3 blood stains or whatever those are. 7 of those. Must have missed one. What's this? Oh, 4 iron thrones? Yeah, 4 iron thrones. I think that's the one I missed. 'Cause I think everything else has one. This camera's driving me nuts, guys. I hope you guys know that. It keeps dragging itself over and it's driving me insane. Let's see. Fire. Bloodstain. Should be the Iron Throne. Just come on. Here's the Iron Throne. That one's got the swords. It's got the ravens. That's got that. That should be it.
Thank the Lord of Light. I've done it.
Yeah, thank the Lord of Light.
This is probably the room where the Brotherhood used to meet. If these documents are indeed hidden in River Spring, this is where they must be.
Minutes? Oh, this camera. You guys have got to understand my frustration here. Go in there in a minute. I'm looking here first. Let's banish the collector. My dear Reynold, your aversion towards our brother seems justified. In addition to his corrupt activities, which at any given moment put the very existence of our order in peril, he's been secretly operating to divert much needed resources away from River Spring. You must take the necessary measure to banish him from our order. I will travel to King's Landing in order to meet with him and inform him of our decision. Your old friend, Lord Arwen Harleton.
So, this thief has helped bring ruin to River Spring. Lord Harleton was to visit him in his manse in King's Landing. I shall go myself and make him pay for these atrocities. So, here are the documents Lord Harleton spoke of. The Targaryen dragon is indeed on the bottom of each page, and their contents are encrypted. Impossible to understand. I must hand them to Lord Harleton, so he can tell me what they say.
I gotta know what's back here. See, look at that. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Oh, it's the secret way out, I guess. Jeez. This has been one long adventure. And now with this thing acting up, driving me insane.
Order needs to be restored in Red. We've taken over the Godswood. They make fires.
Dashing we are in this attire.
Alistair would be such a fool, giving the noble.
Taken over the Godswood.
Them gloating in
There's
the
some
streets like
strange
that.
folk there.
It's like they've forgotten what...
I don't think I'm going the right way.
After all that rioting.
No surprise, though, really.
Those frauds are
So hopefully the camera will be fixed next time I play, because this is stupid.
Bobby down the river.
Fighting this camera is driving me insane.
Now beggars think they have power, and everyone else knows that Riverspring is no.
Have you been to see the new trader in the marketplace yet?
Thank you, my lord.
You want to drown them? Believe me, I've thought the same myself.
They have no idea that they've just ruined Riverspring.
Ah, Lord Sarwick. You want me to take you to Castlewood now?
Let's go.
Exactly. Let's get there as fast as we can.
I'm not doing this spinning. Hopefully the chapter's almost over, because I'm ready to stop.
While you were away in King's Landing, we received a gift for you.
What is it?
It seems to be a weapon of sorts. Grey Thunder sent it.
Ah, excellent. So, he was able to find the favorite weapon of the first... Perfect, Alexander. You're dismissed.
Very well, my lord.
Oh, Sir Alistair. It is a joy to meet you again.
I found the documents. As you said, they are encrypted and bear the Targaryen dragon.
Let us look. Yes, these are the documents. Admirable, my friend. Your father was not lying when he said you were resourceful.
What's in those
You
documents?
were saying that these documents contain proof that could help me bring down Valar.
That is true. However, we must have my Meister transcribe them in order to get at their details.
How long will it take?
A few days, I think, allowing us ample time to ready for our departure. We're missing one piece to complete our plan.
Are you talking about the woman that Valar is tracking for the Queen?
Yes. My spy says that they now know where she's hiding, but I hope to find her before he does. I sent Sir Ethan and his best swords to find her. That should put an end to the schemes of the Queen and her dog.
Who's the girl?
Tell me what you know about her. How can she help us?
Jane Greystone is our enemy's main weakness, and the key to our plan. Targaryen blood runs through her veins. She's one of Eris's direct descendants.
She's the former king's daughter.
Okay. Well, mercifully, Chapter 8 is over. I'm sorry that was so long. Next time on Geno's Bad at Games, A, I hope the controller is going to be more friendly to me, and B, we continue the story of Moors in Chapter 9. See you later.